That is your field of NCMA sprint cars.
I think a race car just arrived in the parking lot.
I think Harley
David.
son of a you-know-what rode in. Probably Cole Trickle.
This was probably almost the series that he drove, right?
Well, he was trying. He was running in the series, if you remember, right, Jeffrey? Back in the day.
Yeah.
He was racing sprint cars, but he was trying to get into IndyCar. He wanted to go run the Indy 500.
Yeah.
But he didn't have a last name of Unser or Andretti, so he had to go find a different path into professional motorsports.
Yeah.
So he went to try the NASCAR path.
Yeah.
If you remember back then, they had a test at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Oh, yeah. No.
And
a famous test.
A famous test, and Rowdy Burns was there. And they didn't tell Rowdy at the time that Cole Trickle was going to drive his race car.
Highly controversial.
Yeah, and as you understand, Rowdy's running for a championship that year.
Right.
So you can't fall out of a points championship if this young kid from Glendale, California, happens to crash your car.
I don't know what they were thinking.
Who knows, really? But the car owner, Cousin Eddie,
yeah,
and we all know it's Robert Duvall.
Yeah, the crew chief. Yeah.
They talked it out, right? Harry Hogg, car owner, Cousin Eddie, which was a great rebound for Cousin Eddie. Remember, he was struggling in motorhome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
went to his brother's house.
It wasn't even his. It wasn't even his motorhome.
Yeah, he went to his brother's house for Christmas one year, and that turned into a complete catastrophe.
Yeah.
The Christmas tree burned.
Police involved.
The cat fried.
There's a rumor that he almost got arrested then.
They blew up the sewer.
Yeah.
It's all bad, and that was a catastrophe enough. But thankfully, Cousin Eddie became a NASCAR car owner.
Yeah, it really turned it around.
But I'm gonna go back to the story that everybody needs to hear because it's an incredible, heartwarming story.
Inspirational.
That any one of these Goodwills or Hoggs or maybe even Tony Hunt, he just retired. He might want to become a NASCAR champion.
True.
But the incredible moral of the story is Cole Trickle was given an opportunity. That's all he needed.
Yeah.
He shifted into fifth gear on the back straightaway at Charlotte Motor Speedway, which incredible jump. When we saw him shift into fifth gear, Jeffrey, our jaws went to the floor.
Yeah.
We couldn't believe that car, no wonder why he was leading the points championship. Fast forward 30-something years, and all the Cup drivers are shifting into fifth gear.
There was that infamous line that he said, too, over the radio, that he was going to drop the hammer. They're like, you can't do that. You cannot shift it into fifth.
But he did.
He did.
And when he did, he went faster than what they ran the pole here in April.
Wow. Amazing.
And that was the shot he needed. So he crashed a bunch of cars. Moral of the story, though, is he became a Daytona 500 winner.
Right.
And all because he was a sprint car racer. And with that, the NCMA sprint cars are on the racetrack.
If you are interested, by the way, there was a documentary made of this.
A full documentary.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the name.
It was something about NASCAR days or Thunder and Lightning racing, something like that.
Like NASCAR Thunder, maybe?
Maybe it was NASCAR. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
So look up.
No, Days of Our Lives NASCAR edition.
You know, I think you're right.
Days of Thunder?
No, it can't be Days of Thunder. I think it was Days of Our Lives NASCAR
Days of Our Lives NASCAR edition. You should check it out.
And, yeah, it's really cool. I mean, it was something that's unbelievable at the time.
Yeah.
And you look at...
Unbelievable even now.
You look at what's come of it, right?
Yeah.
You have Jeff Gordon in the 90s. Nowadays, you can think of Cole Trickle as Kyle Larson.
Yeah.
Same path, right?
Some people would say that Cole Trickle that day performed the impossible mission.
Very true. He did. Yeah. It was one of those tear-jerking, heartwarming stories back then.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows, unfortunately, what happened to Rowdy Burns.